The Enemy, a gripping mystery crime thriller, is the 8th installment in the Jack Reacher series penned by acclaimed British author Lee Child. Set in 1990 across North Carolina, Virginia, and Paris, this prequel delves into Reacher's relentless pursuit of the truth behind the death of a two-star general discovered in a seedy motel room, as well as the enigmatic contents of the general's missing briefcase. However, when Reacher uncovers the shocking murder of the general's wife hundreds of miles away, just hours prior, he finds himself entangled in a sprawling conspiracy that challenges his very existence. Guided by his unwavering determination, Reacher joins forces with a young female agent who becomes an invaluable ally in his quest to unearth hidden secrets. As they navigate treacherous paths, their discoveries raise unsettling questions that force Reacher to question everything he thought he knew. Kirkus Reviews hails The Enemy as a fabulously suspenseful prequel, while Publishers Weekly commends its textured and swift narrative, delivered in Reacher's unmistakable tough voice. Playboy raves that the novel keeps readers guessing until the very last page. Recognizing its excellence, The Enemy was nominated for the 2005 Dillies Award and emerged as the winner of the 2005 Barry Award for Best Novel. Presented from Jack Reacher's first-person perspective, a loner elite military cop with an uncanny knack for unraveling mysteries, the story unfolds on the final day of 1989 in North Carolina. The lifeless body of Major General Kenneth Kramer is discovered in a seedy motel, suggesting a heart attack during a tryst with a prostitute. Tasked with investigating the case, military police Major Jack Reacher arrives at the scene and deduces that the missing briefcase belongs to Kramer, possibly taken by the prostitute. Colonel Leon Garber, Reacher's commanding officer, assigns him the solemn duty of informing Kramer's wife of her husband's demise. Accompanied by Lieutenant Summer, a fellow officer, Reacher journeys to Virginia, only to stumble upon signs of a break-in and the tragic demise of Kramer's wife. Determined to track down the prostitute, Reacher frequents the bar located opposite the motel, meticulously gathering information to aid in his pursuit. After incapacitating the bouncer, Reacher proceeds to have a conversation with the motel's night manager, unraveling a crucial clue: the presence of a military vehicle in the vicinity around the time of General Kramer's death. This revelation leads Reacher to speculate that the woman accompanying Kramer must be a member of the military. Soon after, two of Kramer's subordinates, Krumer and Vassal, approach Reacher, inquiring about the missing briefcase. When Reacher mentions the death of Kramer's wife, the men abruptly depart. In a surprising turn of events, the lifeless body of Delta Force soldier Christopher Carbone is discovered, indicating a possible connection to his homosexuality. Carbone's remains are promptly sent to South Korea, and Colonel Willard, an unhappy bureaucrat, takes his place. Willard insists that Carbone's death be labeled an accident and confronts Reacher with a complaint accusing him of assaulting a bouncer. He threatens to utilize the complaint as evidence of Reacher's involvement in Carbone's demise if the case remains unresolved. Adding to the perplexity, Carbone's commanding officer, David Brubaker, is found dead with a gunshot wound to the head in a Columbia, South Carolina alleyway. His pockets are brimming with cash and heroin. Convinced of a connection between the two murders, Reacher and Summer delve deeper into the investigation. As they retrieve Kramer's missing briefcase, their attention is drawn to a single absent item, an itinerary for an armored division's conference. Amidst the unfolding events, Reacher receives devastating news from his older brother Joe. His mother, Josephine, has succumbed to cancer in Paris. Stricken with grief, Reacher travels to attend his mother's funeral in the French capital. Upon his return to the United States, he arranges a meeting with the Chief of Staff. There, Reacher becomes privy to the Army's plans to downsize from armory to infantry as the Soviet Union teeters on the brink of collapse. Unwilling to relinquish his comfortable position, General Kramer and his men devised a scheme to sway Congress and persuade the American public to reject this proposed downsizing. The Chief of Staff presents evidence to Reacher, acknowledging the involvement of the Secretary of Defense. Utilizing his extensive resources, Reacher pieces together a startling revelation: General Kramer was gay and had rendezvoused with Carbone at the motel. Carbone stole Kramer's briefcase and, prior to his demise, exposed its contents to Brubaker. Krumer and Vassal, in their pursuit of the briefcase, arrange a meeting between Carbone and their subordinate, Major Marshall. However, it is discovered that Marshall murdered Carbone and, before Brubaker could lay eyes on the briefcase's contents, killed him as well. Reacher also deduces that Marshall was responsible for the death of Kramer's wife during his quest for the briefcase. Unveiling the details of a homosexual relationship between Marshall and Kramer, Reacher concludes that Marshall's actions were driven by jealousy and rage. Subsequently, Reacher travels to California to apprehend Kramer and Vassell, charging them with conspiracy to commit murder. Afterward, he journeys to the Mojave Desert to apprehend Marshall, who is conducting firing drills. Evading capture, Marshall attempts to take his own life by manipulating tanks to fire upon his location. However, Reacher intervenes, shooting Marshall in the arm and successfully arresting him. In a significant breakthrough, the missing itinerary from Kramer's briefcase is discovered in Carbone's quarters. The agenda unveils plans to assassinate 18 influential infantrymen, including promising rising stars, with the aim of undermining the military's modernization efforts. The gathered evidence is submitted to the authorities, resulting in the perpetrators receiving life sentences in prison. Reacher is informed that, due to Carbone's accusation, he faces the possibility of demotion to the rank of captain unless he denies the allegation. His lawyer advises him to refute the charges, but ultimately, Reacher makes the decision to accept the accusation to avoid further tarnishing Carbone's memory. Before embracing his new command post and eagerly anticipating his return to the front lines, Reacher pays a visit to Willard and exacts his own brand of justice, eliminating him in his own residence. To conceal his involvement, Reacher plants drugs on Willard's body. The story concludes with Reacher expressing his regret for never crossing paths with Summer again, even though she was promoted to the rank of captain. Alongside The Enemy, the Jack Reacher series encompasses a thrilling collection of novels including Killing Floor, Die Trying, Tripwire, The Visitor, Echo Burning, Without Fail, Persuader, One Shot, The Hard Way, Bad Luck and Trouble, Nothing to Lose, Gone Tomorrow, 61 Hours, Worth Dying For, The Affair, A Wanted Man, Never Go Back, Personal, Make Me, Night School, The Midnight Line, and Past Tense. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.